been on the show a lot of times. We do something called the WoW scale here. It stands for Wade or Willy. It's a 5-question quiz, and at the end you'll be scored anywhere between 0 and 5. Let's hit that WoW scale. There we go.
Wow scale.
That's my favorite part.
Don't talk over it because I have to cut stuff, and if you talk over it, then I can't cut
Are you a Wade or are you a Willy?
This is such a waste of time.
Don't look at me. I didn't make this show's format. I just edit it. I'm telling you what's going on.
If you're more of a 0, you're more of a Wade. If you're more of a 5, you're more of a Willy.
I feel like if you isn't it like you're a 1, you're a Wade.
No, 0.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
People get negative numbers.
I was getting ahead of
sometimes.
myself. I was getting ahead of myself on the WoW.
Are you
scale.
ready to be Wade on the WoW scale?
Am I ready to be weighed on the WoW scale? I mean, I feel like you're putting your finger on the scale, but okay.
Yeah, I'm weighing.
Yeah, he's the other side
I
of the
really
scale.
want to be on the Wade scale. I forgot what. Go ahead.
First question, 3-parter. Do you believe in aliens? If so, have they visited Earth? If so, have they visited Earth in the last 300 years?
Yes, yes, yes. I just see why not. Feels like there's. I like to think that there are infinite monkeys typing in space and that there's infinite places. I know what you think. But it seems more likely than not. And why wouldn't they come now? I mean, I think it's most likely because if time flows forward that they would have come more recently because their technology would evolve as well. Like, unless they blew each other up all the many.
But do you think that the alien nerds are nerdier than our nerds?
I think that the alien nerds, if they know about us, want to kill us. I've talked about this on a previous podcast, but I'm a proponent of the dark forest theory of the universe. That, like, if you've read like the 3-Body Problem trilogy, that's like what if they know we're alive and they're more intelligent than we are, weighing what tends to happen when idiots like us get their first technologies, they would just destroy us so that we couldn't. When we become technologically astute enough to go find them, they'll kill us.
Our solar system. Yeah.
It's like the
They're
Priest
letting
Kings.
us. So I think they had to check on us and make sure we're still idiots.
Yeah, they don't want a Planet of the Apes scenario.
Yeah, and they're partying now because we're just too busy like hating each other and fighting about stupid shit.
Man, I want to party.
Maybe
We're doing it right now,
no,
bud.
but on a galactic scale.
Well, you get to party like your ship's going down, which is another fun thing to do for most of it.
Well, that's what's funny whenever somebody says, we're on a spaceship going through space. I'm like, nobody's driving, or we have a timeline because our sun's going to blow up or Earth's going to blow up.
We're on an orbiting
to call it a
mass.
spaceship, no, we're sitting like we're not on a spaceship.
No.
Epcot disagrees, man.
Wait, Willie, do you believe we're all an atom in the finger of a giant?
I could.
You could get into that.
Yeah.
That's what I like about you. You're like a unconventional creative thinker.
I could get into that.
I can't.
Don't be. It's not a competition. You have your values to us.
Second question.
Skepticism. Okay.
Ghosts?
Again, repeating myself. Yes-ish. I believe in as a historian, it's kind of appeals to me the eternalist model of time and space in which everything has already happened and is already happening and will happen. There's no past, present, future. It's all happening all at once. And so I feel like I can get into stuff with science. I feel like people are seeing things and it makes them feel good about their dead relative. But also I could believe that, somewhere like Catherine the Great in a room that she was in before might appear. And I do not believe Catherine the Great fucked any horses. I know that like as a historian I would bust that theory.
I agree with you about Catherine
She didn't.
the Great.
She didn't. They just liked that story.
They just like saying that.
Yeah.
That's mean to Catherine the Great.
Yeah.
I feel like she didn't have
Catherine
the scientific.
the Great gaping vagina.
Yeah. One of the ones that I pitched this show was Elizabeth I, a man, because that's another conspiracy theory. So
Yeah.
she just didn't get a horse because Catherine
there's
the
just
Great
all
already
these
did the horse.
Stories to bring them down.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you die if you fucked a horse?
Yeah. Probably.
Look at Mr. Hands.
I mean, if a horse fucked you, yes, you would die.
Don't look at me like you don't know what Mr. Hands is.
I don't know what Mr.
The
Hands is.
internet video sensation? Anyone?
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands. You neither?
Hands
Wow.
or hands?
Hands. Hands. It's
Is
like
it
a whole.
horse?
It's so these two guys are like on a bestiality message board when the early internet. Mr. Hands is his screen name. He breaks into someone's stable and can like
So
gets
that's
this
the one
horse
video,
to
right?
fuck him,
That's the one video,
And
and you
he
see when it kills
dies.
him. Yeah.
and he dies.
Is,
Oh,
it,
I didn't know
is
his-
the
I didn't know
horse
his
20
name.
hands tall? You know, that's how you measure horses.
Yeah.
Hands.
Mr.
So
Yeah,
Horny Hands.
I've seen that video.
ironic.
I've seen that video too. That video's fucked up.
Yeah, so I believe in ghosts, basically, yeah.
All right, what about Bigfoot?
No. We did a Bigfoot episode, and that really convinced me fully, but I already didn't believe in Bigfoot. I think we would have found their giant craps by now, because the places that they're held to be living, even if they were burying them in a Bigfoot latrine, I just think they would get sloppy. Sometimes your craps, but also just, they can't hide their own presence, even if they're eating, like, if they're hunter-gatherers, if they're not eating,
What
you know,
if they're portal dwellers? What if they can make portals and they can?
And they don't poop here. Don't poop where
well,
you
then
work.
I would
Is that what they
I
say?
would
Don't-
think you're burying
that's
the
what they
lead.
say.
You should ask me if I believe in portal dwellers, 'cause that's like a whole
Do you?
maybe.
What about psychics?
No, not for the most part. No, I mean, I think I believe in some forms of ESP, but psychics are almost always lying, and they're just, they're intuitive. And I think they can serve a good purpose. Like a tarot card reader, it just helps people feel good to like talk about their stuff, and they just read people. And then every psychic I've ever heard about is always reading people with a plant in the crowd and stuff.
What about, are you superstitious?
Yeah, I'm superstitious. That's your one that you are, and Wade's not. I mean, Willy's not, right?
Yes.
Why aren't you superstitious? That seems like something you would.
I gave up on it because I was. And I just, like,
You quit.
I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, it
Just
doesn't
like
work.
cigarettes, I quit
It,
superstition.
it works real well when you're not trying to do it, and then.
Well, see, this kind of sucks because you're like a 2, but
Mhm.
we've had 3 2s in a row now.
Say she's
Oh
a 3.
man.
She's a 3.
Eh,
Extra bonus question: do you believe that we live in a simulation?
That is very appealing to me.
Mhm.
And I'm not. I mean, I think in a certain sense, of course, we definitely do, because our entire society is built on simulation. Especially we live in Los Angeles, the
Mhm.
simulation of all simulations. But no, in like a literal sense,
Like, you don't think there's like
I haven't ruled it out.
programmers? You don't think there's like programmers that
Yeah,
you can appeal to?
I feel like that's just smuggling in religion and believing in God.
yeah.
But
All right.
I don't
What
not
if
believe
it's
it.
Dark City rules, and at the end of the night they shut the city down and they come in and
Does that city like flip over? Something I forget.
no, they just like put everyone to sleep, and then these guys come in and like do stuff.
I mean, that would be great if anybody was paying that much attention to me, that they're just that concerned about what I'm doing, that they have to come in at night and do stuff. But I don't really buy it. But I read something, and I'm old, so I can't remember where. In the last week, I read something
It's fine.
about are we in a simulation? It was a good like book or screenplay. Oh, it's a Emily Mendel St. John, who wrote Station 11. I read one of her books, which is a newer one of her books, which winds up being about, is this all a simulation? It was interesting, but I don't know. I'd love to think somebody's simulating the boring ass shit that I do. Excuse me, every day, but probably
She
not.
sounds like a 3 to me.
I like to believe.
If you want to be a 3, you
I
can
will
be
put me at
3.
like a. I think I'm a 2, but I don't know why you need to have people who are.
We've
Very,
just the last like
I'm an
couple people
extreme
have been
skeptic, but
2s.
your WoW test is like, if you ask me about a couple other things, I think no for almost everything.
Yeah, I think you would only skew
I'm-
yourself further toward me if we kept going.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like a extreme atheist. I wish I could believe in things. So the ghost things is kind of fun for me, because I'm like, well, there's a scientific way that I could actually believe that's possible.
Right.
Because I'm not a physicist and I don't really understand the theory of relativity, although that they involve that.
Yeah, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Who killed Kennedy?
Why do you ask me these? I think Lee Harvey Oswald did, but because I'm equally skeptical of Oliver Stone. I mean, that guy's the worst. But like, I generally believe, and I think the thing about conspiracy theories is, the bigger the event, the more likely there are to be these conspiracy theorists. That being said, there's a lot of weird stuff with JFK, but any giant event with thousands of people involved, there's going to be weird stuff. So I would like to believe. that one's a little more appealing and possible to me because there was all this mafia stuff and then the U.S. government stuff. So that's almost plausible to me. But
Yeah, I think you're too.
most governmental conspiracies, I believe that people aren't that smart. You'd have to involve hundreds of people and somebody would talk.
Real life sci-fi.